Let's try this again, man. At least I'm getting chat up on it this time, man. Let me know if you guys can see or hear BC, man. You guys let me know if you can see or hear BC, please, man. We've had some connection issues, man. I was supposed to be live 5 minutes ago. Oh, we stuck with it. We stuck with it, man. Hold on. See how the audio is now. Check, check. BC's live. Gold members, you with me? What's up, everybody? Guys, I tried to get... I was live for 5 minutes, man. Every minute, the tube would boot me off and say, live... I don't know. Live... Something malfunctioned. Do you want to end the stream, or do you want to try again? I kept trying again, and here we are, man. So, I was actually on time, unit, for the most part. So... It's not bad weather. Bad weather was yesterday. I'm hoping the stream stays up. I'm hoping I stay loud and clear for you guys audio-wise. Playback is good right now. I'm going to switch to the earbuds if you don't mind. Let me know if I start fucking up, guys, or if I lose anything. I don't know. This shouldn't be a long stream. This is members only. Much love to all my non-members. We do plenty of streams, usually several a week, or at least a couple a week. Everybody, you do not have to be a member for those. Much love and respect to everybody. But for anybody that showed an extra layer, an extra level of support to the channel by becoming a gold card member, a couple of times a month, I want to do these type of streams where it's just my gold card members. And this is one of the ones that just makes sense because it's Sasha Banks. This is a pro Sasha channel. We love Sasha Banks. We love Mercedes on this channel. There's a lot of people that are subscribed to the channel that don't love Sasha. Much love and respect to you guys too. But since I started the channel, it's been a pro Bray Wyatt, pro Sasha channel. This is a huge day for Sasha Banks. Almost said Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Fernando and Mercedes Mone. So this is a big moment, so I figured this is a perfect opportunity to have gold card status. I've been trying for 5 minutes to go live. We're having connection issues, which we always do in this fucking new office studio. It's just what it is. But I'm glad you guys are able to hear me now, and you guys are able to see me, and I'm going to try to get all of this podcast in the best way possible. This should not take more than a half an hour. This is just to touch up on the Sasha sitch, and I also want to talk about some ratings on SmackDown. You guys are going to be blown away by these fucking ratings, bro. And the hourlies and who pulled in the biggest numbers, all that. Is my man JR9 up in here, man? My gold card member JR9, because I saw a chunk of the finish anyway, the last like 5-ish minutes of that Alba Fire Isla Dawn match. And man, I don't know what I was expecting. It ended up just being a physical fucking match. Alba is showing why she is main roster ready right the fuck now. I don't know what they're doing with her. Isla is showing you that she's got the character and she can rock with anybody. That was a real fun match last night. So JR9, I wanted to give you a shout out. Thank you for telling me that match was rocking last night, because I actually made an effort to go and watch it. I do got to watch the whole thing. And somebody else I saw saying that there was some backstage shit between them that was also really good last night. So I also got to check that out as well. JR9 says Alba is turning dark as well, but I can't wait to see what happens. Oh, Alba is too. Maybe that's the backstage shit that people were talking about was so cool. So anyway, I got to see that, JR9, but thank you, man. That was physical. These two ladies just before the match just said, let's fucking rock, bro. You hit me really hard, and I'm going to hit you really hard, and this is going to be a show. But the main topic of this video is going to be about Sasha Banks, guys. And first and foremost, I know there were some super chats that came in. I'm going to get to you guys in just a few minutes. I want to welcome 2 new members to the channel before we even went live. Jay, who is no stranger to the channel, by the way, a tried and true, and he just became a gold card member today. Jay, salute, man. Let me give you a proper salute. Welcome to the AMP unit. It is always red team go, but you just went into gold team status. Gold team go. And Big Nang is ready for the gold team. Big fucking Nang, who's a tried and true, just became gold as well today. So we still rock. Red team go. But man, when you become gold status, you gotta get that proper salute. Big Nang, what you waiting for, bro? What were you waiting for, man? This is where it's at. The Amplified Unit Gold Team, man. Welcome, Jay and Big Nang, man. So good to have you guys as part of the Gold Team. I will put you guys up in the shout-out credits for future videos. That'll be in the next 48 hours. So you guys will be added to the Gold Team roster. And that's one hell of a fucking roster, bro. We got like near 75 deep on that roster. We just put up the memberships last. We got a full team on the Gold Unit. So, guys, if you don't know, and I'm still learning more about this, I mean, this was going on as we were fucking waking up and shit. Hold up, man. We just got a new member up in this bitch. And this is no stranger as well to the channel. Tried and true. Savage 1024, the Punisher. Showed a lot of love to the channel over the last several months in Super Chats. Savage, dude, salute. Welcome to the unit. Gold Team, go! I got to give Savage a proper shout out and a proper salute. We're doing a Dunkin' extra Savage, so we get an extra amplified, man. Yeah, thank you guys, man. Welcome Savage as well. So 3 new members, man, before we even talk about Sasha. Savage, Jay, and Big Nang. Welcome to the Gold Team. Now, this was, as you guys are waking up, you're probably hearing a lot about Sasha Banks. She did debut last night or this morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm all fucked up with the time differences. I mean, these people are putting on a fucking event while most of us are sleeping. Wrestle Kingdom 17. Sasha shows up. Of course, there's the partnership. You have Stardom. You have what Kairi Sane is doing, IWGP and the championships. I mean, there's so much crossover, too, that Kairi Sane is doing her thing. The lights go out, and you immediately know what's happening. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Mone is what she is now going by. She comes out, great fucking entrance. She's got like the fucking, what Charlotte would have, the Queen's crown. This, I just say that this is the Statue of Liberty, basically, is the crown that Sasha was wearing, or Mercedes. I'm going to refer to her a lot as Sasha still, guys. And that's for many reasons. A, I'm just going to fuck up and keep calling her Sasha for a few days anyway. And because a lot of people still know her as that. But, yeah, no, well, Crimson, I'm going to be calling her Sasha for a while, man. And as I just said, there's going to be many reasons why I'm still going to call her Sasha. And she is still listed as Sasha in WWE as well. And that's something we have to talk about. So we're definitely going to call her Sasha and Mercedes. If you guys can't deal with the split personality 50-50 name calling, I hear you. I don't know what to tell you. She's still going to be Sasha Banks for a little bit, guys. It's just the way it's got to work. But so she shows up looking like $1 million, pun intended, Mercedes Mone. She steps toe-to-toe with Kairi. This is setting up their matchup next month in San Jose for you guys that don't know. I mean, they've been teasing this match for a long time. You got the big event San Jose next month. This is going to really pump up that. We all knew she was showing up. That's not the shock here, right? The buzz is what the story is here. When she showed up, it's cool. Commentary said, there she is, the wrestling business's worst kept secret. So even they were making fun of the situation that we all knew Sasha was showing up. Mercedes Mone was showing up. So she steps toe-to-toe, and I'm just trying to recounter all of this off the top of my dome piece. She goes to shake. She does shake Kairi's hand, and Kairi is a sweetheart, man. She's really good at wrestling, but she's a sweetheart, so she shakes the hand of Mercedes, man. Shakes the hand, and you know Banks, Mercedes. She's there's always something spinning up here. So she throws her into her body. This is her new finisher. Now I'm not sure JR9. I don't know if there's a name for it yet. But it's where she goes back to back with you. So she thrusts Kairi and she has her hooked up. It's back to back, guys. Okay? So they're back to back and Kairi Sane is lifted off of the canvas. Back to back with Sasha. Now the move is supposed to go like this. There's training video on this. There's a video of Sasha doing this with other wrestlers. And I think Kalisto was one of them. But she spins you. And as you spin, you land on your feet, and real quickly, simultaneously, she DDTs you off the spin. So JR9, but perfect. Hold on, let me get that JR9. Basically supposed to be a gory bomb spin out DDT. Love it. that's why I love JR9 gaming, man. Thank you. So the glory bomb spin out DDT. So again, she just spins you. You're back to back. Kairi is lifted off the mat. She spins you. You land on your feet and you simultaneously get DDT'd. Unfortunately, guys, it was a botch. It was. This is never what you want on a debut. It's not Sasha's fault. And I don't... Oh, man. It's Kairi's botch. But maybe maybe it just wasn't worked on. Maybe Kairi didn't understand what was supposed to happen. But instead of landing on her feet, Kairi just went to her knees. Sasha is so fucking... And that's no... Man, I'm not even going to slam Kairi. Kairi is amazing. She's a sweetheart. She's a really good wrestler. I'm not going to sit here and talk about a fucking botch overshadowing anything. Kairi deserves a world of fucking credit for leaving WWE, having the balls or having the fucking guts to leave WWE and bank on yourself. Sound familiar? Same thing Sasha just did. So much love to Kairi. But maybe there just was a miscommunication. But Kairi went to her knees instead of her feet. Sasha, Mercedes, is so fucking amazing that she took the botch and simultaneously rocked it out. She fell right into the DDT. In other words, she got to her feet, realized that Kairi wasn't there, or remained on her feet, I should say, because she's just turning around. Realized Kairi was on her knees, and she subsequently rocked right into a fucking DDT as she's falling backwards. If you guys gotta see this botch, I mean, Mercedes made it like flawless. That's how fucking good she is. I think it was just miscommunication. Exactly. Hey, Merrick, I don't think this was just something that... I mean, because Kairi went straight to her knees. That doesn't seem like an upfront botch. Seems like a miscommunication botch, where Kairi thought she was going to her knees and getting DDT'd, I guess. Because she did remain upright like she was going to take a move. So it seems like a miscommunication, but there is video, guys, of Sasha performing this move rehearsed style, just training in the ring with other wrestlers, and it shows what it's supposed to be. You land on your feet and then you get DDT'd. So that's what you're going to hear a lot about, unfortunately, the botch. But guys, I mean, Mercedes pulled it off so fucking well. And if you think that I'm going to let that ruin what Kairi and Mercedes is going to do next month in San Jose, fuck no. I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be really good. And here we are where everything we heard, it ended up coming true. And we knew that was going to happen. Naomi flew over with Sasha, with Mercedes. Bailey made the trip over to Japan. FTR obviously was there. There was just a lot of Mercedes close circle was there in Japan. I put up in the thumbnail one photo from last night. That was with FTR and Bailey. There's other photos with Naomi. And Mercedes just looks like a kid, man. A kid who is living out her dream. I can't even... I get goosebumps talking about it. You know, this is as a Sasha Banks channel. And to watch Mercedes Moné form from WWE completely... non-stop showing her why they don't believe in her. They don't give a fuck about her. They're not going to pay her enough like a Charlie or a Becky or a Ronda. Why they don't mind if she takes off. And this is somebody who said, enough, bro. How many times can you lie to me? How many times can you stick me in a fucking tag team division? How many times can you give me fucking... She's only got 4 title reigns, guys. I don't care about 6. Fuck 6. 3 of them were a combined 82 days, 81, 82 days, some shit like that. It was like 3 months. And do you know why? Because they needed to play hot potato, so Charlotte, and this is no shade, man, this is the truth. Charlotte had to pump up her championship stats because at that time, VKM was trying to get her closer to Ric Flair. They're still doing it. But at that time, they were trying to hot potato quickly. So they got like 3 or 4 title reigns in like 6 to 9 months with Charlie, and 3 of them was with Sasha Banks. So I look at those 3 as 1. So she really has 4 title reigns. And even those 3 combined was less than a lot of people get. 3 fucking months for 3 title reigns. Now you see what happened, guys, is she got 4. and never was given the rocket, never was given the keys to the kingdom, never was given momentum, never was given a chance to be the legit star because she was always playing second fiddle to people like Charlie Flair. While Charlie got 14 titles. 14. And then Sasha got put into tag teams with her buddy Bailey, got lied to, told that she was going to get a real tag team division and they were going to get a chance to build it and be champions, and VKM didn't give a damn about it. And then when she came back and got the same lie and was told, if you go into a tag team with Naomi, we're going to let you have the division, make a division, create the division, be the division. This time we're going to do it right. And they lied to her. To this day, there's no tag team division. Till this very day, there is nothing. On Monday, EO and Dakota have nobody to fight or wrestle. They had nobody. Becky had to come out, and then fucking Munchies comes out, or Munchkin, whatever her new name is. Mia Yim comes out, and she's got to tag up with Becky. There's none. Ronda's probably going to start a tag team with Baszler, and maybe they start a division. To this day, there's none. To this day, Sasha was lied to. And you wonder why she had no fucking other option in her mind. She wanted to bank on herself. Sasha banked on herself and became Moné. And now we get to sit back. She did a press conference afterwards, and she said this is just the beginning of her World Domination Tour. World Domination Tour, which tells you, she said she's here for the yen. She's going to get the ruby. She's going to get the pesos. She's going to get all the gold. She said she's going on a world tour. Does that lead to AEW Los Angeles next Wednesday? We don't know. That's going to decide everything, man. I appreciate the fucking, the truth bombs in the chat, man. I appreciate all the truth bombs. I'm just fucking dropping it exactly like it is, man. This is not shade to any other wrestler. Not even Charlie. I know people go, oh, basically just doesn't like Charlie Flair. No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's how do you not see why the other wrestlers that could have, should have been huge in the company always got second fiddle? Why? Even if you say Charlie Flair or Becky Lynch or Ronda Rousey is better than Sasha, let's just say that's got some truth in your world. They ain't any fucking better to the degree of 14 titles to fucking 4, because I don't count 6, because 3 of them was in like 3 months. So to me, Sasha only had 4 reigns. To 14? Come on, bro. Come on, and you're telling me it's because of lack of professionalism, so they had to give it to Charlotte? Do you guys realize that Charlotte doesn't even like to sell? Charlotte hates selling. Do you guys remember when she took on Nia? What did I tell you before the match? I told you this for weeks. If Charlotte ever takes on Nia, get your popcorn, get your coffee, because it's going to be fun as fuck. Because they're really going to fight, because they don't like to sell. Nia hates to sell, and that's why Becky got her nose broke by Nia. Nia was getting fucking wrestling attacked by Becky. She turned around pissed off and flatlined Becky. Becky had to miss the big Ronda Survivor Series match, and a lot of money was lost. Ronda was never the same. Becky was never the same. And what happened, guys? They ended up really fighting in the match because they didn't want to sell for one another. That's not professional either, but we're supposed to go, nah, man, it's okay, man. Charlotte's more of she's the golden child. She's the one who's going to market everything for WWE. Why couldn't Sasha have been that? Sasha would never have walked out if you just gave her the ball. Not just a fucking title to shut her up or to give it back to Charlie. Give her the ball and watch Sasha rock. Sasha already creates the buzz. Whether you love her or hate her, she creates a buzz when she comes through the curtain. Charlie? Nothing. You're either a Charlie fan or we don't give a fuck. Listen, man. Tampa Bay, of course. That was her fucking comeback after 7 months. They rushed her into a 1-minute title victory over Ronda, had her go into the crowd to celebrate, which always creates more buzz. They had all this pyro. They didn't give Tampa Bay a reason to shut the fuck up for a second. They even piped in fucking crowd noise anyway. But watch what happens over the weeks. Charlie's not going to get that fucking reception nonstop over the next couple of fucking months alone. There's not a connection. Sasha always had a connection, but why wasn't she given the ball? She only became unprofessional, so to speak, when she was lied to so much by VKM. When she asked for a little bit of extra fucking money just to equate to Becky Lynch, Ronda, and Charlie, and she was told, no, we don't see you in that way. You don't see her in that way because you never gave her a fucking chance. You never gave her a fucking chance. That's the truth, man. You guys want it? There you go. That's the fucking truth on this Wednesday afternoon. They never gave her a fucking chance. Do you guys realize how sad it is? I think it was Dax recently, just a few hours ago, he posted. Dax said that Sasha wants to be looked at, female-wise, as in the category of like a Rock or an Austin. She just wants to make a difference in pro wrestling. That's goosebumps, man, and it's so sad, right? It's great, but it's so sad that that's all she ever wanted to do in WWE. She wanted to make a difference and be the best of the best, and she just needed the company to believe in her and give her the type of marketing, the type of position that they gave Charlie or even Becky recently. She just needed that chance, and she was all in, man. She lives and breathes professional wrestling, and this company did not see it. VKM did not see it. 3 H's comes in and he takes 3 L's because he doesn't give her the fucking money and doesn't see it. What are you not fucking seeing? She's the best of the best. We see it. We say it on this fucking channel. I appreciate the truth bombs, guys. I'm literally, man. I'm giving you guys the utmost fucking truth. It's not even opinion. We say in to show you facts. To show you facts. Let's say it again. I know I sound like a broken record, but to my gold members, man. To my gold members, what do I say all the time? If you think about the majority of the wrestlers in WWE anyway, some in AEW, or maybe elsewhere, their best match was with Sasha Banks, Mercedes Mone. Their best match, guys. You can arguably say that EO's best match in WWE was with Sasha. You can arguably easily say that Asuka's best match was with Sasha Banks. Charlotte Flair, for sure, several times. Bailey, for sure, several times. And you could go down the fucking list, whether it was a Zelina Vega, a Carmella, it wouldn't matter. Bianca Belair, and we know what they did at WrestleMania. If not their best match, maybe you, because we have preferences, maybe you have a match with one of these wrestlers that was a little better, but it's easily in your top 3 because factually we have evidence that shows that, right? How many times people went back and watched it a second and third time? I mean, that's almost unheard of in today's wrestling. Sasha Banks matches, people actually did that. They literally, most of these ladies have their best match with Sasha. You listen to people like Jade Cargill and such, and Britt Baker talk about some of the people that they want to wrestle the most, and they mention Sasha. I mean, how is the wrestling world seeing this, but not World Wrestling Entertainment? It's mind-boggling. And I know there's some fans out there. Sasha just doesn't do it for me. She doesn't do it for me. I don't know what everyone's sees in her. Everyone's fucking sucking her right tit. I don't see it. I hail to the queen. Or I'm fucking for this person. I'm a Mon fan. I like Becky Lynch. I like whatever, bro. Different strokes, different folks. Like who you're gonna like. I like Jinder Mahal. The wrestling world can't stand Jinder Mahal. I get it. I understand why. We all like different people, and other people are not always gonna like it. I'm not talking about who we like and don't like. Yes, this is a pro Sasha channel, but I'm talking about factually who is one of the best wrestlers in the world for females. It's Sasha Banks. I'm not saying this as a fan. I'm saying this factually. I don't know what more she needs to fucking do. So she banks on herself. She shows up to Wrestle Kingdom. She goes toe-to-toe with Kairi. And she does the press conference afterwards. She says that this is just the beginning of the world domination tour. I appreciate the truth bombs, guys, in the chat, honestly, because this needs to be said. And I just don't understand. There's nobody in the community that just is calling out the facts of it. I mean, this is fucking... how do you let Sasha go? I don't understand. But that leads me to something else, guys. And I might be all over the place. There's a lot to discuss in a small amount of time. I wanted to go a half an hour. We're already going over that. Because BC tried to go live for 5 minutes and they booted the two booted me off. I had some connection issues. But guys, is she totally gone from WWE? Something is not right. She went on a whole social media campaign last night, many hours ago. She said, "Thank you, WWE. Thank you, WWE Universe. Thank you, Vince McMahon. Thank you, Triple H. Thank you, Sasha Crew. A thank you world tour she went on social media last night. And when you go on WWE's public legal roster page, you just type up WWE roster. That's a public page. It's a legal page. They are still on this thing. Something is not right, guys. Something is off, because easily they got to know she's going to Japan to do this. They have to know that there's a good chance that there's a mystery partner for Saraya, formerly known as Paige, next week on Dynamite. There's a mystery partner. People are saying this could be Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks. There's no way that Vince McMahon and 3H's would allow this, right? They would easily freeze her contract because she didn't show up to the dates to culminate the contract. So they would freeze it. Not that I want this, by the way. If you feel like you're in a prison and you've been lied to, you should be let go. So I completely agree with everything that Mercedes has done. But if you're the company and you think that she could just show up to AEW next Wednesday, aren't you freezing the contract and making sure that she doesn't go anywhere? And not just that, but for over a month, she's been trademarking the Moné franchise. She's calling herself now the CEO of the Stardom New Japan women's division. She's calling herself the CEO of every women's division and going on a world domination tour. Those are her words. But this has been a month of her marketing this and getting these trademarks. We know for a fact, bare minimum, she was not being let out of her contract till this year. January, February, whatever it is, earliest. And she's been allowed to do all that. Under contract, guys, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to talk to any promotion. You are not allowed to do anything like that while still under contract and on their public page. But Mercedes was able to do all of this. All of this. While under contract with WWE, because that's a legal page. JR9, WWE will probably have her taken off by tomorrow. It makes no sense. JR9, why would that be? What's tomorrow? You see what I'm saying? What is tomorrow? Why tomorrow? Why then? Why not next Friday? Why not in March? What's tomorrow? How is that a golden day? She just showed up to Japan. There's talk of her showing up to AEW. There's something wrong. Something is happening with them contractually where they have some type of an agreement. Is 3H's talking to Japan? Is 3H's working with Japan? Shinsuke showed up to Noah for the Great Muta match. Shinsuke Nakamura is having a match with Muta in Japan. Sasha shows up in Japan. And she's still on WWE's public roster. But do you guys understand how quick? Do you guys understand how quick WWE changes that sheet? It's throughout the day. Bronson Reed is already on there, for instance. Bronson's already on there. I told you guys about Maryse. Maryse, they couldn't come up with the restructuring of her contract. They took her off at the end of December. And then they put her right back on when they found a new deal. Restructured the deal. Maryse was put back on the main roster. That's how often this thing is fixed and changed. And you guys know why. I taught you. It's because of legal reasons. Legally, you cannot promote somebody on your page if they don't work for you. It's a legal thing, guys. So it's not just a public page so we can see who's wrestling in WWE and what roster. No, guys, it's a legal page. You can't market somebody on a giant conglomerate company like WWE and not get sued. It's called a lawsuit, and it clearly Sasha and Naomi have been on this shit since they left. You think they just combed over it? No. Let's not change it. No, they'll come back one day. That's not how it works. There's still, guys, right now at the recording of this live stream, Sasha Banks and Naomi are still a part of WWE. Is this 3H is saying, do what you got to do? Do what you got to do, and your home is here. Just don't go to AEW. Go on your tour. We get it. And this home will be waiting for you. Is this 3H's saying that? We're not going to bar you from anything. We're not going to freeze your contract. We're not going to stop you from negotiating with Japan or anything. Just come back home when you're ready. This could be that situation. She could show up to fucking Royal Rumble. Because she's on the until they take her off, if that's at 5 p.m. today. If JR9 is right, and tomorrow for some reason is the magical moment where they take them off, Naomi and Sasha, or just Sasha, if it's March 4th, then BC will concede that they are no longer with WWE until they are off the public legal page. BC will be the fucking skeptical one. BC will be the, what's the word they use? The conspiracy theorist, right? You can call BC all these names. That's fine. Something isn't right. I follow the roster page. I know how fast it turns. I know when you're not under contract anymore. And I know when they could easily freeze your shit to make sure you don't work anywhere else. Something is not adding up, guys. Something's not adding up. And Invincible, and by the way, Invincible, welcome to the gold unit. Invincible, nobody. I appreciate the membership. Welcome to the gold status. And you are exactly right. Triple H was, 3H's was the only one to believe in her in NXT. And that's why there has to be more to the story that she didn't get what she wanted pay-wise. Because I think 3H's would have tipped the scale a little bit. And trust me, I don't give 3H's mulligans here. I'm hard on Triple H for many reasons, justified. But something isn't adding up. If she went to 3H's, and she thanked him with Vince McMahon during her Thank You World Tour last night on social media. But that's what I mean. There's got to be something more relationship-wise. They had a talk. What was that talk, man? Why are they not off the public sheet? They're a part of WWE, guys. I don't know any of the... You could call me a conspiracy theorist. You could say they forgot to take them off. You could say their contract isn't officially over, BC, until maybe February 1st, and Triple H just let them go early. It doesn't work that way, though, guys. It just doesn't. And WWE would never run business like that. They left. They were clearly pissed at them. They would freeze that shit. I don't, unless, no, because any theory I come across, guys, it still leads me to they would have to be taken off the roster sheet, right? Even if WWE chose not to freeze the contract and let Sasha just free out of prison, so to speak, you would then take them off the roster. Something is not adding up, man. I just don't fucking understand. So, Invisible Nobody, welcome to the chat. And you're exactly right. H was the only one to believe it, or maybe that's why something was worked out. This is what I'll say, guys. How about this? If she shows up to AEW next Wednesday, because there's all this chatter who the mystery person is. If Mercedes shows up to AEW, then I have to believe she is no longer... I mean, she's not coming back to WWE. Not even at the Rumble. But then, if she shows up to AEW and then she's still on the WWE roster page, bro, I might be more befuddled than ever before, guys. I may be even more floored, guys, if she shows up to AEW and WWE's legal public page has her right there as Sasha Banks. I might be even more befuddled, man. But yeah, JR9's correct, man. Tonight, I think we're going to go... Guys, I will say this. If it's not Sasha, AEW fans are going to be disappointed next Wednesday. Tonight, they have to, I'm not saying they have to show who it is because you can still raise suspense, but I hope AEW does enough tonight to let people know that it's not Sasha somehow. Because a lot of people are going to think this is Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks, showing up to AEW Dynamite next Wednesday. And if it's not, people are going to be disappointed, guys. And if it is, BC is going to be rocked. And then I'm pretty sure I can fly over to the WWE roster page. And then if Mercedes is in AEW, at that point, I'm pretty sure WWE would have her taken off the roster page. But something is I cannot wait to find out more. Like if Mercedes does an interview and she says, yeah, I ended my WWE contract in November, October, December, or just in January. All right, if Mercedes says, I ended my contract with WWE months ago, or whatever, something is still not adding up. They would take you off. I understand a lot of you guys don't watch the roster page as vividly as BC. I study that motherfucker almost daily. And it's for content purposes. That's why. Because a lot of times WWE will actually flip people before you even know that they went back to NXT or went over to the main roster. That's why I always say for content purposes. So I vividly watch the roster page. I'm telling you guys, man, when somebody is no longer with the company, snap of a finger with the quickness, guys. When there's contract disputes or restructuring, they're off for however long the restructuring takes. I just told you guys that about Maurice during her restructuring, and they actually took her off. The fucking moment Tegan Nox tank came in, Tegan Nox was right back on the sheet. Bronson Reed was right back on the sheet. They don't fuck around. There's only 2 wrestlers I've ever seen where the rumor was they're out of WWE, but they stayed on the public legal sheet, and that was Naomi and Sasha. So, guys, that I had to address that, because even though it looks like she's totally gone from WWE now for sure, she trademarked her own name. She's Mercedes Mone now. There's something strange going on with WWE still. She said goodbye to WWE, it looks like, and WWE is saying, not so fast. Hold on there. We still got you. You're still Sasha to us, and that's how we're going to market you and promote you on our legal page on WWE. So anyway, man, that had to be discussed. And I thank you for the truth bombs up in the chat. You guys are awesome. I had no choice but to. Yeah, I had no choice but to just spend an ample amount of time on that, because I've never been. This is a pro Sasha channel. You guys know that. It has been from day one. I've never been more befuddled at a situation on any wrestler. In my 3 decades plus of vividly watching wrestling since I was a little fucking BC, I've never been this complexed with a situation. And it just happens to be with Sasha Mercedes Mone. It just happens to be that shit, man. I mean, this is the weirdest situation we're ever going to come across. Yeah, Carlos Ray, man, that's what I mean. And I'm glad you guys can at least see it. I don't know. Everybody has their opinion on it. It's so weird. It was so good seeing her last night. And now it all rides on AEW next Wednesday. BC is going to have a much better picture, because the Japan thing last night didn't do me any better on deciding what's going on with Sasha. This could still be Triple H working with Japan somehow. He sent over Shinsuke to do the work with Noah. And now this could be something where he's opening the door right back. Just don't go to AEW. Next Wednesday night is going to decide everything for BC. However, if she's still on the roster page after that, I might be even more befuddled. So maybe I shouldn't say that. That's where I'm going to end the conversation on that. Mercedes Mone has showed up. She banked on herself. She became Mone. A lot of people are already dissing this whole debut in Japan. A lot of people are already hating on Sasha. This is no different than anything else that Sasha does. Alexa gets the same type of heat. Alexa had to cancel out her social media yet again, because she just is like, what the fuck, man? Like you guys are just, what can I do? You're never fucking happy. You always got something to bitch about. And, this is Alexa finally getting a storyline again with Bray, which ratings are telling us, damn, through the roof. So the whole Bray Wyatt LA Knight Alexa thing once again is pulling great ratings, and this is how I know it works. And then Sasha has always taken such heat, man. Sasha always gets such hate. And that's when when you're doing things right, you're going to get people that do not like you. You're going to get people that say, fuck you. You're going to get people that say, fuck that, Beasley. I fucking can't stand Beasley. But they're going to watch Beasley because they know I'm the best to fucking do this shit. They're going to say, I hate Sasha Banks. But they're going to watch Sasha Banks because they know she's the best at this shit. When you're the fucking best, when you are fucking creating and trailblazing your own path, they're gonna dish you, they're gonna hate you, they're gonna try to pick and poke at you, they're gonna fuck with you, and you gots to smile because you have these bitch boy Bradens in the palm of your fucking hands. The more they hate, the more you dominate. Because you are rocking what you do. When you do not have haters, when you don't have people poking, when you don't have people saying they don't like you, you ain't making any difference. You're not dropping any truth bombs. You are not doing shit to revolutionize or create real conversation. You're just kind of there. No. Alexa has to embrace it. Sasha has to embrace it. And Sasha, Mercedes has started to embrace it over the years. You hate me? Fuck yeah, dog. Money. Because those are the ones that are going to keep watching you. They're going to keep loving your shit. So that's my response for anybody that says that her debut was lackluster. First of all, you got to know the Japan crowd anyway, guys. And as far as the botch, maybe it was a miscommunication. Mercedes still went into a beautiful DDT afterwards, even though it wasn't what was supposed to happen. If you guys are wondering how BC is taking the reception she got and all the fucking heat and hate that she's getting, it's business as usual. And this is only going to raise her fucking stock, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. This is all going to fucking raise her stat. Appreciate the truth bombs, guys. My unit. What do we got up in here, man? Carlos Ray, DeMonte. Pile driver finisher. Where everyone whines, the amp unit dines. I like that one, bro. I got to put that shit on the shirt. Redhead Kingpin. James Miller's back up. James, Deontay, Eric, Leno, Sir Charles. A lot of my amp unit are up in here, man. What's up, everybody? James Shrimpfoot, he is up in here. Of course, JR9. DJ is a prodigy up there. Sontivia Major's up in here. Yeah, Sontivia, Sasha is still the talk of the wrestling business. That's what it is, man. I think too many people look at, like, you know, when maybe it's social media and stuff. I don't know, but they're like, oh man, stop saying bad things and man, stop. Why are you hating? You know what I mean? And they get all caught up in their emotions. You can't do that. You really have to. I understand everyone's a different mindset, but the way BC grew up in projects and shit, you were always battling something. I mean, you were either fighting up at the fucking basketball court or you were always fucking talking that shit. So to BC, I mean, I mean, when people are talking shit, you have them by the fucking, you have them in the palm of your hands. I get a great fucking smile when people try to talk shit and I give them that little fucking boot. They get Das Boot. And it's so refreshing when I give Das Boot on the fucking channel. It's literally a virtual ass whooping. and it's fucking money. They know that I'm the best. They're going to keep fucking watching. Sasha is the same. Sasha's the same. They complain. They say she's not good enough. She fucking sucks. And they're going to watch all of her matches. They're going to be in awe wherever she goes and whatever she does. She's fucking amazing. We know that Sasha Banks is amazing. She's amazing. If you don't like Sasha Banks, that's your eye of the beholder, your prerogative. That's cool. I'm not even going to throw shade if you don't like Sasha. If you say Sasha sucks, you're a dumb fuck. She far from sucks because she's everybody's best match. You can't suck if you're the best. If you say Tom Brady sucks, you're a dumb fuck. I can't stand Tom Brady professionally because my fucking Packers can't win more Super Bowls because this dude has hogged up the Super Bowl scene for years and years. That's how good he is. I can say I don't like Tom Brady. You can't say he sucks because he's got more fucking championships than a lot of people play years. I don't like LeBron James. I'm a Michael Jordan guy. I also think LeBron James he's very, people say this about Aaron Rodgers, he's very dramatic. He is very over the top. And he creates situations that don't need to be created. I'm a Michael Jordan guy who handled business much more fluently, professionally, and just so more badass. But to say that LeBron James sucks would make me a fucking dumb fuck. LeBron James is fucking amazing. I personally don't like him. He's fucking amazing. Sasha Banks, you may not like her. She's fucking amazing at what she does. Can't say it any other way, guys. And I am so pumped to see. This was a pro Sasha Banks channel. it is now a pro Mercedes Mone channel. If she changes her name into future to Drywall Deborah or Car Wash Kathy or Lightbox Larissa, whatever she changes her name to, it'll be a pro Mercedes channel. It will always be. And WWE still has her listed under their roster as Sasha Banks. So Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks, whatever you guys go by, this will always be a pro channel. That might upset some of you guys, I understand. But it's always going to be, just like it's going to be a pro Bray Wyatt channel as well. And I'm so pumped to have her back. And I honestly cannot wait to see what is next. And I know one of those things is going to be Kairi Sane. And I'm so pumped for that, man. Big time. Before, guys, also, I want to talk about one other thing real quick, and that's the ratings for SmackDown. Guys, over 2.6. I mean, they are crushing it, and it's clear that people are really interested into the Roman Reigns thing, and especially the Bray Wyatt situation with LA Knight. And, of course, John Cena's return was massive. John Cena's return got the highest fucking peak in the ratings, actually, for SmackDown. Right up there with Bray. The Bray Wyatt situation on YouTube was one of the highest fucking vids again. What do I always tell you about metrics, man? I mean, that is absolutely astounding how many times Bray Wyatt pulls that off. Let me get the exact number on that too. So the videos alone, guys, the Cena and Roman Reigns thing was over 5 million as of 24 hours ago. Probably closer to 6 now. The Uncle Howdy attacking Bray Wyatt, guys, was at just under 2 million, probably over that now. These are on videos alone. That's how fucking. So you have Bray Wyatt and John Cena, Roman Reigns all at the top. What do I always tell you guys? I've done this for months. Bray Wyatt is always right there at the top, even though he's not fucking around with title pictures, and even though people claim that Supernatural is killing the business, Bray Wyatt is always at the top of all the metrics. Bray Wyatt, John Cena, Kevin Owens rocked that shit. If you guys are wondering about the Charlotte Flair, people that actually gave a fuck to go and watch the vid, they were at 1.5 million, straddling 4th place on the video list. So that goes to show you right there, man. But I'm not going to bash anything. You guys can see for yourself. That was right next to the Gunther and Braun Strowman segment. So that is a huge fucking rating, guys. 2.6 plus. It shows you that SmackDown is rocking it with Bray Wyatt and Roman. And yes, John Cena definitely brought in an extra 200,000. Will they be back to a 2.3? Can they even try to straddle a 2.4? That might be asking a lot for this upcoming Friday. But that 2.6 pop plus, huge for SmackDown. My question is, how much longer can they carry WWE, guys? I don't know how much longer they can keep doing that. Because SmackDown is crushing it. They have to get rid of the 3rd hour on Raw. I said this in yesterday's stream. I've been saying this for many months. They have to get rid of the 3rd hour, guys, because 3H's is lost. Vince McMahon has been lost on it. 3H's is totally, at least 3H's admitted it. He said, I don't know what the fuck to do with the 3rd hour. He actually said that in an interview. And it's clear that it's fucking up the 2nd hour. The 1st hour has been doing okay, decent. The 2nd hour, it starts to fall off the rails. And the 3rd hour, we're either sleeping or we're fucking putting our dome piece to a brick wall. But that's usually the fucking, that's the deal with that. Quarter hours, too. Brendan Thurston just put up the quarter hours for AEW Dynamite, man. Not surprisingly, the first quarter hour of last week's Dynamite was the best, man. That was the MJF promo, Danielson and Page. And then he showed up into the fucking press box. So MJF is still catapulting the highest rating. The lowest rated segment of last week was the last 5 minutes of the tag match of Anna Jay and Ty Mello versus Ruby and Willow. So they started to dip from 891 to 745. And at that point, the Gun Club promo could not bring it back to life, and the Ricky Starks promo could not give it back to life, and Wardlow and Samoa Joe, their entrances could not bring it back to life. In fact, by the time the main event was over, Samoa Joe and Wardlow, they only ended at an 817. So AEW and their fan base still just cannot consistently get behind the women. And maybe it's just because Tony Khan isn't booking them correctly, man. 3H's isn't really booking his women correctly either. So it's really a problem here in North America up front. The women are just not being booked correctly at all. Sounds like from JR9 Gaming and from what I saw last night over in NXT, Shawn Michaels is kicking ass with the women. And it's funny because that's what 3H's used to do with the women back when he was doing NXT. The women was Triple H's strongest point, I felt, for a long time. And on the main roster, 3H's looks lost. Now, I know a lot of that is because of VKM. If you think VKM has totally been gone, you're wrong. You're just wrong. We know that as a fact now. I'm just seeing who's being pushed. Theory is still being pushed. Another repackaging for Lacey Evans in her monumental push. Charlie comes right back to a championship. Everybody that's being pushed to the moon right now. Braun Strowman came back. He's being fucking pushed now, and they're using Ricochet to help him out. This is all the same shit that I saw with Vince McMahon and who he wanted pushed. It's all the same shit. And everybody else just seems like smoke and mirrors. Mia Yim comes back just to be Munchkin, and she loses in a fucking tag team match Monday. Candice LeRae cannot even be found. Bronson Reed cannot be found. Karrion Kross, I don't even know what he's doing these days. Everything else just seems like smoke and mirrors. It's everybody that Vince McMahon would have pushed. Roman Reigns, of course, and justified. Bray Wyatt was going to come back no matter if it was Vince or Bray or 3H's. And he writes his own shit. He creates his own shit. Just needs final approval. Vince used to do that. Now it could be H's. But everybody that's being pushed is just Vince McMahon's people. So yes, I think 3H's has monumental power now. But I think he's working hand in hand with VKM. Everything that I'm seeing from these shows, a lot of it is VKM. And it's who he wants to be pushed with a little bit of a tint of 3H's blueprint on it. But the women have not been being booked properly at all, man. At all. The Ronda Rousey shit was treacherous. Charlotte coming back and winning that in fucking 1 minute with a fruit roll-up? Treacherous. Watching Sasha Banks even take off to anywhere? Treacherous. Well, this is all under 3H's regime, man. He had the talks with Sasha, with Mercedes. Over on Raw, you can't say any better. Io and Dakota are tag title holders of what division, guys? It's the same thing that Sasha had to walk away with Naomi. Where's the division? There's no tag division for Dakota and Io, and that's why they have to take on a weird team on Monday, like Becky Lynch, who's taking an L with a tag team division. It's irrelevant. A tag team match. There is no tag team division. And she's got to partner up with fucking Munchies. So 3H's is having a problem with the ladies, and Tony Khan is having a problem where every time it gets to the ladies match, there's a massive dip in ratings, and by the time you get to the main event, you can't come back from it. And AEW doesn't even hit 900,000 last Wednesday. Now, who's to know what they have planned tonight and what they're going to pull? Maybe they can get back to 9. I mean, the million... People don't understand that we chose 1 million. We didn't just come up with that number. 1 million is the bare minimum of what they should be doing. By 4 years now, AEW has been in existence 4 years now. 4th year. They should be at least, right? This is what we have come to. The people that study the metrics, the numbers, the ratings. Numbers, guys. We came to the conclusion that at the bare minimum, they should be at 1, 2, to be honest. 1, 2. They can't come anywhere near that, so we lowered our bar to just 1 million. The problem is AEW can't hit it. Not consistently. We didn't just come up out of our fucking ass with 1 million just because it sounds cute. Oh, 1 million. And now we're starting to see them dip. 900s has become their consistent yet again. Then they dip into 800s again last week. Now we're saying we're lowering our bar and say, can they get back to 900s this week? Next week, when people think it's going to be Sasha Banks coming to AEW as a partner of Saraya, that's when you might see a massive surge of 50 to 100. Possibly. Can they sustain that if it's not Sasha? Mercedes Mone. Woo! Unit, we are just about to hit an hour in a few minutes on this members-only live stream. And again, for everybody watching that's not a member, much love and respect to all you guys. We do live streams all the time with everybody, my entire AMP unit. Red Team, go! But a few times a month, I want to have these member-only where it's Gold Team, go! And my Gold unit, and BC gets to shoot the shit so I can give a legit shout-out to just the Gold members. And we can shoot the shit and really get a grasp of what's happening in the wrestling world. Some situations call for just my gold card members. We really have to have a discussion on shit like this. And with Sasha's situation and saying goodbye to WWE, but WWE refuses to say goodbye to her on the legal roster page, and it just seems weird. Is she going to show up to AEW next Wednesday? This needed to be discussed with my gold card members. And I love shooting the shit about the ratings anyway, so that's what we did as well. So we'll see. And before I even, hold on. There was a bunch of super chats that came in too, man. Another level of support on top of the gold card status. So let me get you guys on the bigger screen if you don't mind. I want to shoot the shit with my gold card member super chatters. And we started off with... Who did we start off with? Hold on. Where we starting off? Oh, there was a lot, man. Hold on. WWE AEW Marvel fan, 10 spot coffee. Let me give a salute first. Let me get a swig of coffee because I got to get a new one when I'm done streaming, guys. I got to go back to Starbucks or Dunkin' or something, get myself a latte. Hold on. Get that caffeine rocking. WWE AEW Marvel fan, 10 spot says, I've heard other people criticizing and bashing Mercedes' debut by calling it, and I quote, weak and a botch. They're literally the same fans, in parentheses, who watched her as, in quotes, the same fans who watched her as Sasha Banks in WWE. The irony is real. Yeah, WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, there's two different people that are bashing Sasha this morning. There's the fans that always bashed Sasha, so now they're going to bash Mercedes as well. The irony is they're going to continue to watch everything she does. They're going to continue to have her name, whatever that name is, in their mouth. They're going to continue to talk about Mercedes. It happens in any fucking area. When people claim they don't like you, but your name is in their mouth, you have them in the palm of your hands. They're basically your bitch. So anybody talking shit about Sasha, their name is not in her mouth. Her name is in their mouth, which makes them Sasha's bitch. That makes them Mercedes Mone's bitches. And I love that, bro. It's like when people try to talk shit to BC like they're going to get a response. Like I'm going to acknowledge pissants and bitch boy Braden's. Instead, I just literally boot them. I give them das boot and then I give a big fucking smile because they become my bitch. And I got them right where the fuck I want them. When your name is in their mouth, you're doing everything correct. So my point is, WWE AEW Marvel fan, she doesn't need to worry about any of that shit. They either never liked Sasha to begin with, or they just wanted to see Sasha in WWE, and they feel like she turned her back on them. What they fail to realize is that that company turned their back on her first. When somebody time after time turns their back on you, at what point do you stand up for yourself? She did this before and came back because she bought into a pack of lies. They gave her the same shit. And what the fuck happened? They did the same thing to that poor girl. To the point where she was like, I want to be better than this. I can offer more, man. Just give me a chance. I want to be more in this world of wrestling. And you're not even fucking giving me the same as others when I've easily earned it. I'm not saying I deserve shit. I've earned it. And they're like, yeah, maybe another time, Mercedes. No, she fucking walked out. She didn't turn her back on WWE, guys. That company turned their back on her, and she felt that she was better utilized elsewhere. So if they don't like the fact that she's not solely with WWE, that's something that they're going to have to get over. They maybe see a therapist, start talking about their feelings to loved ones. I don't know. But she did everything correctly, and I'm so fucking proud of her, man. Very proud of her. So AEW, or WWE, AEW Marvel fan, anybody that's talking that shit about Mercedes today, at least they're talking about Mercedes. As long as her name is in their fucking mouth, that is why she is Money. Pretty fucking cool. And Invisible, you're exactly right. Now we have to switch focus too to what happens to Naomi. I gotta believe she is gonna be in the WWE Royal Rumble. Her husband is obviously right there in WWE, a main player with the bloodline. I have to believe that Naomi is going to show up in the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble. Not a Battle Royal. You could call it that, I guess. It doesn't fucking matter. 2023 Royal Rumble. I do believe that Naomi would show up there, but remains to be seen. Also, Dwayne Piazza. Maybe I'm just in the mood for some fucking pizza, man. Or I just remember Mike Piazza. Dwayne Piazza. Welcome to the Gold Team Go. Welcome, brother. Good to see you up in here. Welcome to the Gold Team. Got to give Dwayne Piazza some fucking love and respect with a proper salute. I just saw that flash up, man. Welcome to the Gold Team, man. We are the best fucking team in this community, brah. We get amplified. We scare motherfuckers. We make them talk that shit. Colin, 199. Hey, Amp Unit. What up, BC? What up, Colin? Good to see you up in here, man. Appreciate the coffee. Savage, 1024 The Punisher, a brand new gold card member. With a 5-spot coffee, says BC Amplified. Imagine if Stone Cold Steve Austin was to be all elite wrestling. I would love to hear Jim Ross say, Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Yeah, Stone Cold is WWE for life. And he doesn't see any reason to go elsewhere. But man, money talks. Could you imagine if like Tony Khan was just like, dude, I'm going to give you like $3 million for like 6 months and 4 appearances. There's no way you could turn that down. You guys know that. That's business. I mean, Steve Williams, the guy who plays Steve Austin, that's his real name. I'm not even talking about the character. Steve Williams would have to take that money, right? I mean, it's 6 months, 4 appearances, $3 million. So, I mean, you never say never in pro wrestling, guys. But he's WWE for life. And then you got to look at it as you would have to tell Vince, right? Or 3H's. You would have to tell them that you're going to AEW. You can't just shock them like that when you're a WWE guy. But that would be legit, bro. I couldn't even imagine that. Who is that? My new gold card member, Savage. Gold card member, Savage 1024 The Punisher. Carlos Ray. Gold status. Carlos, 10 spot. Thanks for coming on with a live today, brother. Salute. Carlos, 25 minutes of notice, members only. And to see Carlos Ray, that name up in here, man. I say this from day one. Thank you, Carlos Ray. I knew I wanted Carlos. I had to do this members only because I had to keep this. This is a gold moment for this channel, right? We've always been a pro Sasha channel. Carlos, I was like, if I'm going live, I just did a live yesterday with my entire unit. Red Team Go. I figured we had to go gold today, bro. So, Carlos, man, thank you for showing up. We actually had hundreds rocking, man, with 25 minutes notice on a Wednesday afternoon. We were headed towards 600 at one point. I know the majority of you guys are going to show up after we're even live, so pretty fucking cool, man. Enforcer 2K9 2-spot. That's a lot of wasted motion for a DDT, in my opinion, though. Oh, Enforcer 2K9, you bring up a good point. Enforcer, are you still up in here? I don't know if Enforcer's up in here or not anymore, but great point. And this is a pro Sasha channel. It is now a pro Moné channel. And I'm not blaming anybody for the botch. Yes, Kairi absolutely went to her knees when she was supposed to stand up and get a subsequent DDT. But maybe there was just miscommunication. So the only botch is that they didn't communicate correctly. But Enforcer, I absolutely agree. That should not be her finisher going forward. It leaves way too much movement unnecessarily, and it leaves the door open for way too many botches going forward. I absolutely believe that should be the end of that. I'm glad she tried it. It can be badass. Maybe they did rehearse it and it was badass 17 times. Who knows? But I just don't think that. I don't think that that's needed, man. I don't know. Maybe like I said, her and 3H's and maybe even VKM had a long talk. Something more is up here. Even if she says her WWE contract ended months ago, something more is going on here. Maybe they asked her not to do a bank statement anymore until she gets back to WWE. I don't know. Yeah, James Shrimp Fajitas, but people are making it a massive deal. I think it's because it was her debut, And they don't really understand the Japan crowd, that they're really silent, and a lot of that is by design. They're kind of asked to as well, especially with the pandemic and all that. But it's a different crowd, so people thought it was lackluster because they didn't give a shit. And then they saw the botch at the end, so people made it a big deal. So it became bigger than probably should have been. Again, Sasha is so good. Mercedes Mone, even though Kairi was on her knees at the time, Mercedes did not get flustered, bro. How cool was that? She went right into the DDT anyway, and she connected with it while Kairi was on her knees. That is how fucking phenomenal Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks is. I mean, fucking phenomenal, man. I couldn't believe that she didn't get flustered during that botch. That, again, I'm not even blaming anyone. It could have just been miscommunication. Who the fuck knows, man? Enforcer 2K9, I actually agree with you. Tenfold. Derek Fleming Jr., 199. What up, Derek Fleming Jr.? It's been a while, but you know why I'm here. Money! Heart emoji. Derek Fleming Jr. has been a tried and true for the longest, and he knows this is a pro Sasha, now pro Money channel. You knew we were going to do this gold status. Derek Fleming Jr., you knew we were going to talk about this in the greatest detail on this platform. So, good to have you up in here, man, and catching this shit. Good to see you up in here. Savage 1024, the Punisher. New gold member, 5 spot. BC, did you hear what happened to Ronda last Friday? What a burial to Ronda Rousey. Typical VKM booking. Yeah, man, I did the whole review on that, and I'm still befuddled to this moment. And I'm a Ronda Rousey fan. You guys know that. I got merchandise of Ronda. I loved her in UFC. Whether you believe she was the baddest woman on the planet or not, didn't matter. She was marketed like that, and UFC did a beautiful job, and she did such a beautiful job making you not like her and acting like she was just going to take everybody's block off. Ronda Rousey in the UFC was marketed and just badass to the highest levels, and that's how she gained so much success. Beating people up, too, helped. In WWE, she was absolutely a disaster. Vince McMahon fucked her up. Paul Levesque fucked her up afterwards. She never got a day of good booking. Everything was botched. They made her look like an embarrassing fucking clown, and this is coming from a Ronda Rousey fan. It is sad what happened to Rousey, to the point where the title needed to come off of her. There's no doubt. The way they did it, absolute travesty. Same thing I always say about Austin Theory. If you want to really repackage him, there was no reason to. He was fine. He just needs proper booking. Just book him correctly. Right? Instead, they did the travesty with the Money in the Bank thing, which fans like BC will never forget. And it helped to ruin yet again, on the highest of measures, Money in the Bank, the concept. And in theory, the only repackaging was he put the cell phone down. That was it. And he got fucking green booty shorts. You didn't have to do that. Charlie Flair, the way this was done was not the way you had to go about taking the title off of fucking Ronda Rousey while you watch people like Sasha Banks go to Japan to compete. There was ways around this, and that's why I say Ronda Rousey was botched, bro. Ronda Rousey was botched, and Savage 1024, the Punisher, absolutely destroyed, to the point where what do you do with her now? You just put her in a tag team with Shayna Baszler now in a non-existent tag division. That's what's going to happen. And what do? Damage Control is supposed to be bad guys, right? Bad gals. They're heels. Well, Shayna and fucking Ronda are going to be. Are you going to go right for their fucking titles? Or do you have a couple of faces win them for a couple of weeks and then Ronda and Shayna get it at Mania? The whole thing is a debacle. I'm going to blame VKM. I'm going to blame HHH because they both take triple L on this one. It is lame, lackluster, and lousy. Lame, lackluster, and lousy. You could add in any other L too if you want. Losers, because that's what they were with the Ronda Rousey booking. Anyway, Savage 1024, the Punisher. I'm still fucking befuddled by that decision, man. Christopher Blackshear Gold Card 499. Sasha is gonna get it all. She's the real queen, not Charlie 14 times. I'm proud of this woman. Get it together, VKM and company. Christopher, no doubt, man. She bet on herself. She banked on herself, and that's exactly what we getting, man. Hey, Dave, when I get to that super chat, I want to talk about that, actually, if you don't mind. Dave Mealy. I'm going to get to that in a couple minutes, bro. I got some other supers first I want to go over. Where'd I leave off? Christopher Blackshear, 1 billion %, man. I'm so proud of her. Strict Tango, 2-spot. Montel, Dutch Mantel, I think you're talking about, right? Strict Tango, Mantel. Almost thought you said Montel. Mantel claims Sasha Banks is no more a draw. Shake my head. Dutch Mantel said that Sasha Banks is not a draw. Dutch Mantel may need to go get a checkup or something, man. I don't know what Dutch Mantel is. I mean, I haven't heard that. I can only assume, and usually assuming makes an ass out of you and me is what they usually say, but I can only assume you're talking about Dutch Mantel. If Dutch said she's not a draw, okay, I guess this is no longer a Sasha Pro channel. Amp unit, we can no longer find. Who cares about? She's no longer a draw, according to Dutch. We might as well just pack it up now. Strict Tango. That's just absurd if that is correct. If that's what he said. Big Nang, a brand new gold card member. Big Nang's up in his pooch. Gold card. Gold card. Gold card. I love it. Sad, Vince replaced Sasha with Bianca. And you know why, in my opinion, I think is what Big Nang said there. Yeah, well, Big Nang, off subject, since you brought up Bianca, if I may. One of the coolest videos that I've been seeing floating around the last 24 hours is when Bianca won at Mania. And Sasha was told by the ref to hang out outside, just sell your injury, sell that you lost. And once the lights go down and we go to a video package at Mania, then Sasha can stand up and walk to the back. But when you lose like that, the focus is supposed to be just on the person that won, the face. And whoever lost just kind of squeaks out, right, unnoticed, and you stay there on the outside. And there was footage from a fan. While she's selling the injury, she cannot help herself from smiling in tears as she watched Bianca in that moment, because that's the only moment that Sasha ever wanted. And to see somebody she loves and respects like Bianca getting that moment, Sasha was, I don't even know if she knew she was smiling. She was in tears as she watched Bianca in that moment, bro. That's just one of those moments where, even though I've seen it a million times, when I see the video floating around, I have to stop and watch it again, because you truly know that this is all she's ever wanted to do. She loves pro wrestling. She gives everything for it. She became one of, if not the best in the world at it for the females. And to see a company just not appreciate her as much as she appreciates the industry, it's a crime. And I'm so proud that she bet on herself and is going off, man. But that moment, yeah, a lot of you guys in the chat know what I'm talking about. DJ's a prodigy, A. Merrick. So, yeah, Big Nang. Where was that? Big Nang, right? Sad Vince replaced Sasha with Bianca. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But I mean, there's no replacing Sasha. So Bianca is her own beast, and I'm so proud of Bianca, and I love Bianca. But there is only one Mercedes Fernando. Savage 1024, the Punisher, 5-spot. We all know Charlotte does not like to sell, but you have these weirdos who you would probably hear that are maps in future who would ignore it. I don't understand that, Savage. You have these weirdos you would probably hear that are maps in future who would ignore it. Marks, maybe? Marks in the future? We know that Charlotte doesn't like to sell, but you're saying that people probably just praise everything Charlotte does and doesn't want to hear that she doesn't like to sell? If that's what you're saying, Savage, then yeah. I mean, that's going to be forever, though. Those are people that just love Charlotte, and they don't want to hear any negativity. They don't want to hear that you don't like it, right? So they refuse to look at the reality. Like, if you don't like what happened on Friday, and she just comes back after 7 months, beats Ronda in 1 minute via a roll-up, if you don't like that type of booking, how dare you not like Charlie? How dare you call her Charlie? You know, they get their little fucking their pants all bunched up, and they start crying into the tear bucket. But That's tough shit. Quincy Gray, what up, Quincy Gray? Two-spot funny that Sasha and Shinsuke got over outside WWE. That's all you got to do, man. WWE can easily be like a little prison, and AEW starting to do it too. There's so much talent in AEW that just wants a chance. Instead, Tony Khan keeps hiring more and more people. He's up to over 120 people on the men's roster alone. And he keeps bringing more and more people in, and more people don't get time on the shows. So now they're getting frustrated. And in WWE, it's a little different. They don't have as many people. They got more hours of television, but they don't have as many people. But they just they have their favorites to the point where other people just won't even get the chance. It's weird, man. Colin, $4.99. And it's the same with 3H's that it was with VKM, by the way. So it's not even better in that circumstance. Colin, $4.99 says Tony Khan will never know how to use her, just like FTR. Yeah, I mean, you see the way Tony Khan uses and what some of Sasha Banks, Mercedes Vernando's best friends, FTR. And they have been booked so badly in AEW. I can't even begin to explain. And you don't have to take my word for it. There's still people that go, nah, Bansley, they're booked fine, man. Look at what they've done on Dynamite, the flagship show, in 2022. Look at the full year. Not ROH, not Japan, nothing to do with IWGP or ROH titles or AAA titles. Look at how Tony has showed the AEW audience on their flagship show in 2022, one of the best tag teams in the world, to the point where now their momentum that was there 6 months ago from shit outside of AEW is not even there in the slightest. Yeah, he botched that shit, man. So, Colin, you could be right. Would he know what to do with a Mercedes Mone? Remains to be seen. First step is, does she go over there on Wednesday? Next Wednesday, not this Wednesday. Tyler, $1.99. Do you think FTR goes back to WWE? It's looking that way. It's looking like they do want to work with 3H's. It's looking like Tony Khan just has them on a losing streak, right? I mean, when you look at their last 2 times that they were on Dynamite, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe their last 2 times that they were even on Dynamite in the last 2 months, they lost to the Acclaimed, and then I believe they lost to the Gun Club. So they're on a little bit of a losing streak as it is. It doesn't look like Tony even wants to give them momentum. I don't see how FTR doesn't go back there, to be honest. But who knows? I mean, maybe they just want to. Maybe they're trying to do a thing where they're going to hit rock bottom with so many L's, show everybody that they're not just trying to beat everybody, and then they're going to have this resurgence later in 2023. Like, that's the story arc. The problem with that is we're not going to forget that you just lost against everybody, man. We're not going to forget that you couldn't beat the Acclaimed. We're not going to forget that you couldn't even beat the Gun Club. We're not going to forget that you were nothing in 2022 if you weren't in singles action or 6-man or 10-man tags. You know, fans like BC just don't forget that. When you hit a rock bottom like that, you got to do it better than what they're doing. I mean, FTR just looks like they just suck in AEW. I don't want to say that, but I've been following their booking closely, vividly. It's so awkward, man. So, Tyler, I would have to say yes. It's the only thing I can come to conclusion-wise. Unique Butterfly, a couple of 2 spots, a couple of coffees by Unique Butterfly. So good seeing you up in here, Unique. Hopefully everything's going good, school-wise, out of school-wise. I know Unique Butterfly is doing big things, man. Look at what happened to Mandy Rose. Yeah. And that's the third-party shit. What we're hearing, Unique Butterfly, is because Mandy was doing too much risky. It wasn't just the nudes we were hearing. It was she was going even more riskier than the nudes, and they were asking if she could tone that down, and she didn't want to tone that down or take anything off. That's when they finally pulled the plug. That's the latest that we heard about it. So whether you guys are solely in support of Mandy or you understand that WWE was going to eventually have to pull the plug if it got riskier and riskier because of sponsorships and marketing, I understand both sides of the coin. But for a lot of people reputable that I was hearing from, the latest is that they tried to give her a chance. They were going to allow her to keep the third-party site. But the content was getting so risky and Mandy was making so much money that she said, no, it's this or nothing. And WWE said then it has to be nothing. So I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about that several weeks later. But that was the latest on that. Unique Butterfly also says people are always hating for their own pleasure. Exactly right. It's almost like a lot of hate that you see these wrestlers get is jealousy. A lot of it, honestly. Or, there's a personal rooted interest in it, and there's almost like a lot of people want what you have. A lot of people, or they want their people to have what you have, and they know like somebody like Sasha, for instance, is so fucking good, and the person that they're a fan of, they don't get that type of love, or that type of strong fucking hate. I mean, there is a connection there with Sasha, and a lot of people just don't like that, man. So there's an envy or there's a jealousy, usually, with not liking somebody, or they see a lot of these women talents, for instance, female talents, and they know that in real life, maybe they would never have a shot with them, or they had something bad happen to them with a pretty girl in the past, and they're taking it out on them now. I mean, there's weird reasons why people don't like individuals. But they just have to realize that when people don't like you, you're doing it correctly. When people are talking shit about you, you gotta love it. You gotta smile. You have them in the palm of your hand. Don't even engage with them. Don't even engage. Just know that they're talking about you, not the other way around. I mean, you gotta get off on that shit. You gotta smile. You gotta let that be another notch of amplification. And I hope that Mandy Rose understands that. I hope that Alexa Bliss understands that. I hope that Mercedes, it looks like clearly Mercedes knows that. So yeah, you're right, Unique Butterfly. It's always for their own pleasure, I guess, but it's also their own, it's their own weaknesses. People usually don't dislike, and hate for their own weaknesses. And it just shows their weakness. I love when people claim they don't like somebody, but they'll leave like a paragraph comment about Sasha Banks or a Mandy or Alexa or somebody. They will devote fucking minutes upon minutes in fucking paragraph form, like they're ever gonna read the fucking paragraph. The second they realize it's fucking rude and obnoxious and a joke, they're gonna kick it to the curb. So all that writing is for nothing. But they'll spend all that fucking time on something that they supposedly don't like. Unique Butterfly, it's bullshit. Sasha, dare I say, everybody, is the real motherfucking queen in this bitch. Or as she calls herself now, the fucking queen. Or the CEO, I should say. The CE fucking O, man, of all women's wrestling. I love that shit. You guys are telling me FTR lost all of it now, right? Correct? Is that correct, you guys? FTR has lost the ROH, AAA, and IWGP tag titles within a month. Yeah, but that was hours ago, right? The IWGP. I think we already knew that, right? Well, that's what I mean. FTR is just losing. They're on a losing streak, guys. Now it doesn't even matter if it's Dynamite and AEW. They're just losing everything these days. It's just weird to me. It seems like they're going somewhere. Maybe WWE. Unique Butterfly, much love and respect. Godswilla, gold status 2 spot. Just some love to the Ant-Man. Enjoy your coffee. Godswilla, appreciate it. I gotta get another one, man. I'm gonna double fist a Starbucks and a Dunkin'. A nice vanilla latte or maybe a pistachio latte. That sounds good. That just came back 2 days ago. And then a double extra for Dunkin' Donuts. Godswilla, I appreciate that, man. Always good seeing you up in here. VC Stallion 199 ABC. How do I become a member? Okay, VC Stallion, I'm actually not certain, man. Maybe my chat can help you. I really don't know. I don't do as much YouTubing as I should. I don't know where the button is. There should be a button down below that's a join. It says join. Maybe next to the BC Amplified logo, my fucking bicep double pump, or by the name BC Amplified. But there should be a join button. Now, if you're like on a phone or your TV, I don't know if that button is going to be there or not. You may have to go to a different platform. or a different device, I should say. Same platform on YouTube. But maybe somebody can help VC Stallion if VC Stallion is still up in the chat. But there should be a join button, and I think you just click that, and you would become gold. You got to put in a thing, obviously. But yeah, I think it's just right there in the join, but some devices might not allow you to. But don't worry, if you cannot become a gold member, guys, you guys know many, many times, most of my live chats, my live streams in my chat is going to be for everybody. Red team go always, man. Gold team is just going to have a few for them solely. But I will always open it up to everybody, man. 4 weeks, of course. It's initiation of 4 weeks. You have to show your allegiance to the amplified unit. Not everybody can just join the amplified unit. You got to show your allegiance 4 weeks, become an actual member of the red team, and then you can scale up to the gold team. VC Stallion, appreciate it, though. If you do become a member, awesome. If not, VC Stallion, you're still one of my tried and trues. Much love always and respect. Derek Fleming Jr., 199, been stuck in 2 feet of snow since Monday, losing it. Derek Fleming Jr., where are you at, man? We had some shitty weather in the tri-state yesterday. And I think some more shitty weather is coming up soon, actually later today. Where are you at, man? Man, 2 feet of snow. Where are you at, like Buffalo or some shit? Big Nang, 2-spot. I see the lame in the sand. Evolution, triple evolution. For those that don't know, yesterday in the live stream, it was the Raw review. I did a live stream. The whole chat was here, red team and gold members, gold team. Everybody was up in it. And we were having fun. We said it was triple L because, I mean, Raw has just been that bad. It's triple L. Lame, lackluster, and lazy. Lame, lackluster, and lazy. And you guys started redoing the fucking game theme song, man. Time to play the lame. It's all about the lame and how lame you can make it. Oh, now Big Nang is doing the evolution, man. I see the lame in the sand. Evolution. What's the lyrics on it, man? I see the lame in the sand. Evolution. If you saw the chat yesterday, you know what we're talking about, man. I got to get the lyrics on that. We got to do that in the fucking triple L song. I used to love that. Can I tell you guys, man, when Randy Orton had that Evolution song, I was such a big Randy. It's amazing what a theme song can do to somebody. When Randy Orton, it looked like he was going to be one of the biggest superstars in pro wrestling history. He had one of the best theme songs ever, which was the Evolution theme song. And then he just switched it over. I think it was it before the Voices theme song? He had a couple of songs after, right? And now it's where it is now. I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They talk to me. They understand. I think there was a song before that, though. But, man, I like lost so much, like, what just was making Randy Orton special. Once he switched theme songs, I was like, oh, no, bro. Like, when he was doing the Evolution thing, man, BC could be seen, like, doing his fucking pose, like, as if I'm on the top of the turnbuckle. I was, like, living vicariously through the motherfucker. Evolution! Evolution! I see the line in the sand, trying to find out who I am. Anyway. Yeah, you guys are great, bro. You guys started that shit. Now we're going to switch Triple H's theme music to Triple L theme music, including Evolution. JR9, Slow Chemical. Man, that's one of my favorite Kane themes. You're going way back, man. Fuck, how did that go? What was the word in that? Chemical, man, I remember the melody. For sure. Please, Carlos never likes my fucking singing. Whatever, Carlos. Carlos for fucking a better part of 5 years. Basically, don't sing, just talk about wrestling, bro. All right, Carlos is probably correct. I'm going to stop. Although, I will tell you, Carlos, if I knew Kane's theme, what Jared 9 is talking about, if I remember the words, I know the melody, and I would sing more, brah. Carlos is putting up the fucking referee X. The referee X is going up for BC singing, bro. Oh, man, you guys are the best. Gold card, man, the fucking best. Big Nang, my newest gold card member, Big Nang, started that shit. All right, I think I got everybody. Oh, hold on. There was some more, man. Hold on. Big Nang. Oh, shit. There was a lot more. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to stick with you for a few more minutes because there was a lot more, actually. Super chats. I want to get to Dante Jaron 23 with a $4.99. Wonder who on the SmackDown roster is going to be built up to beat Charlie. Besides Ronda, maybe Raquel, that roster has been booked horribly. Exactly. And Dante Jaron 23. I'm not saying she should take the title from Charlie. I'm just saying because I think Naomi, when she comes back, which I think is inevitable, probably Royal Rumble, why not Naomi beat her? Guys, I said this several times this past week. I think Charlotte Flair's best match in 2022, one of her best matches ever, was with Naomi in February. That was one of her best matches ever. So why not book Naomi correctly? Naomi is more than marketable with the whole Glow character. You can market the fuck out of the Glow titles, sunglasses, shoes, the Glow fucking things that go around the shoes. You could get so much money if you just help put the machine behind Naomi. So I would ask why not Naomi. But I'm going to throw another name at you. Dante Jaron 23. And I'm not saying she should beat Charlie for the title, but why not start to do something magical with her? Why not build her up? And her name is Xia Li. Now, you may not like Xia Li. That's fine. I call her the Brock Lesnar of the women's division because she is so badass, like believably, realistically. And she's a really good professional wrestler. Can she work stiff? No question. But we never used to just shit on people because they worked stiff. Samoa Joe has been known to work stiff. Taz has been known to work stiff. Brock Lesnar has been known to work stiff. We understand that. Many of you guys, of your favorites, have worked stiff. But if you're telling me that Xia Li doesn't at least deserve a chance, she has not gotten a fucking chance on the main roster. And it's criminal what she's losing and how she's losing. So you're exactly right, Dante. Let me go back. Dante Jaron 23, there's nobody. Start building the roster. We're not even asking 3H's to move mountains. We're asking you to just build the fucking roster up. And there's people on there that should be built up. Like Xia Li. And when Naomi comes back, give her the fucking rocket, would you please? Just give her the rocket. Anyway, Dante Jaron 23, fully back up your statement on that, man. Derek Fleming Jr., 199. Packers got hot at the right time, and yet another year. Yeah, Derek Fleming Jr., my Green Bay Packers are getting hot. We're one of the hottest teams in the league right now after we were one of the suckiest teams in the league. I honestly believe at one point we were the worst team in the league. And Derek Fleming Jr., I don't know if you remember the last time we won the Super Bowl over the Patriots, 35-21. No, Steelers. What am I? I'm going back to Brett Favre, 31, guys. Super Bowl 45, Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. If you remember, we were not having the best season. We got hot at the right time at the end of the season. We went on the road throughout the playoffs, and we won the Super Bowl. So, Derek Fleming Jr., you are more right than maybe you even remember, bro. So, we'll see, man. We'll see what my Packers can pull off this Sunday night. A unique butterfly, 5 spot. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks of Sasha/Mercedes. Stone Cold even said that Sasha was one of his favorites. So that says something. When the greats are calling you the greats, you know you're doing something right. When nobodies are talking shit about you, embrace that shit. Smile, because they are your bitches. Exactly right, unique butterfly. Hey, Merrick, 5 spot. This has nothing to do with the subject of the live, but I miss AJ Lee. Just gonna put this here and hope for an appearance someday in the Rumble, LOL. Hey, Merrick, you can be off topic, man. We just have things that we're talking about, but the super chat is open to whatever professional wrestling subject you want to talk about. And if you want to talk about AJ Lee, well, you can add me to that fucking list, Merrick. I've been waiting for her just to show up and say hello, give the fans a chance to show their admiration for somebody they respect so much. And she has deserved for years a chance to say what's up to everybody. It's a shame what happened to the whole CM Punk WWE thing, because that is what has ultimately kept her from just saying what's up. I've said this in so many videos. Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, they've had a great relationship with AJ Mendez. A great relationship. Vince made her a GM at one point. Do you guys remember that? Vince had her a multi-time champion. Vince had her in great storylines. And the CM Punk WWE thing just derailed it. And ever since, obviously, you got to back up your significant other. And that's what she did. That's justified. I get it. But it's a shame. It's a shame. And Punk was so vindictive and bitter back then that there was no way that was going to be happening anyway. Her showing up to say what's up. Not to wrestle, but just to say hello. I hope that even if it's AEW, well, it's not going to be AEW now until Punk and AEW work something out, but Punk should not be back in AEW because Punk, his body is telling him to stop, right? I've said this even to Phil Brooks fans, CM Punk fans. Like, I don't know why you would want him back wrestling. His body is giving up on him. He has had big injuries since he's been back, and he's only been back 1 year with a handful of matches. He can't even jump into the fucking crowd without breaking something. His body has given up, guys. And I don't know what else you could ask of him. On top of that, at least half the locker room, no matter who you want to believe, we know for a fact that at least half the locker room just doesn't like him, and they feel like he was a poison in the locker room. So why bring another negative aspect to the locker room? I don't understand what Phil Brooks and AEW would do to you guys, or for you guys, man, or for AEW. And the ratings were never that big with him. Never. MJF was still pulling in bigger ratings until, as I always say, they moved him to Q1. Then it was a little bit different. Just a little bit. So so anyway, this is getting off topic, but I just don't understand. I don't see where CM Punk or AJ Lee would go to WWE or AEW to just say hello and let the fans cheer for them. I don't know. And yeah, you guys are saying Jericho. I told you guys, I was the first one to report this from reputable reporters, so I can't say I was the first to break it. But on this platform, I was easily one of the only ones to really talk in depth about how much leverage, control, how much of a locker room leader Chris Jericho is now. And Jericho has basically told you 12 different times that CM Punk is not coming back. He will not have it. He was a poison to the locker room. I don't see any other way Jericho can tell you this without just bluntly saying these words. So I just, it would be so cool to see AJ Lee come back. I just, I don't know if that's going to happen, man. In pro wrestling, you say never, but it's just such a sad thing that happened with the whole Punk situation, because if not for that, AJ Lee would have been a part of WWE. I'm not saying she would have wrestled 10 matches. I know she had her neck wasn't the best either, but she would have been huge in WWE going forward. She would have had many more memorable moments, and, even if she walked away for a year or two. But to say that it's been, what's it been, guys? 10 years? How long has AJ Lee been gone, guys? I know she's in, by the way, I know she's doing work with WOW. I'm not saying she's totally out of wrestling, but I mean out of the big leagues of these companies. Has it been 10 years, guys? Because it feels like it's been 10 fucking years, and AJ Lee has never come back. 2015. Okay, so it has not been 10 years. So what is it now? January. So in a couple of months, it'll be 8 years. Okay, 8 years. That's a long fucking time, man. 8 years. That's incredible, guys. Anyway, Merrick, the bottom line is I totally agree. Dave Mealy, I said I wanted to circle back to this. 199 says, forget Carmella. Money is money. Now, Dave, I agree with you. However, this brings up a good question, man. Guys, isn't this is a little bit of the character of Carmella? And I'm not saying Sasha copied that at all. I think Sasha truly is just going to be the better version in her dome piece. Like, Sasha is like, I'm in a whole nother fucking league. But Carmella's whole gimmick is Carmella is money. And Sasha just went and created this whole Mercedes Mone gimmick, character, trademarks. Now, we know that Sasha, Mercedes Ronaldo, and Corey Graves, there's just a dislike there. Corey Graves has went out of his way to trash Mercedes live on the air time after time. And Mercedes has made it clear and known that she does not forget that and that she was not happy about that. So if Corey Graves is like that, there's got to be a situation going on where Carmella is not too high on Mercedes. And we know that Carmella was never in Mercedes's clique and vice versa. So even though I don't think she's trying to copy Carmella for sure, because Mercedes Ronaldo does not need to do that. Sasha's too fucking good. She is her own person, literally the blueprint. But it is so close to Carmella is money. And you gotta believe that Mercedes doesn't give a fuck because they trashed Mercedes so many times. Corey Graves live on the air that she's probably like, are you pissed? Good. Fuck off. Talk shit about that, Corey Graves. Because it is close. JR9, quite similar to what Carmella is doing, Mercedes is money. Carmella is money. You gotta believe that Mercedes knows this, or at least came to the thought process of it, and probably doesn't give a fuck. Good. I hope you can't stand it. Fuck off. Because I'm going to do it better than you. That's probably what Mercedes, and that's no shade over to Carmella. It's a shame that what happened with Carmella and Corey Graves. You guys know, I think it was it a miscarriage? Something like that. I think it was a miscarriage. And Carmella took it really badly, and WWE gave her more time. And so that sucks, but you got to believe that Mercedes is going to hear a lot about this, and she's probably not going to give a fuck. And I can't say I blame her. Yeah, JR9, miscarriage. Yeah, so that totally sucks. And I can't wait to see Carmella back. A lot of people, you guys probably don't want to see her back, but I honestly thought she was getting better and better, man. And I thought her in-ring work was getting better, and then, boom, then she was gone. I just hope they have something for her if she does come back. But Dave Mealy, I'm glad you put that down because I did want to talk about the Carmella thing, and I had forgotten about that, man. So thank you, Dave. Mealy. Justin Jones, 2-Spa. What up, Justin Jones? A new one. Lame, lackluster, and lazy. Triple L. It's all about the lame and how lame you can make it. All right, Carlos. I'll stop after that one, man. Justin Jones. Yeah, PB Silipride. That's what was weird. It wasn't even like in character. Like Corey Graves would just like trash her, and I'd be like, damn, what the fuck were you and Carmella talking about the night before? What the fuck did Sasha do to you that fucking got you so hurt? You're like in tears, and you can't wait to trash this lady. So odd, man. Savage, 1024 the Punisher, 10 spot. I hope Santana returns and joins Malachi Black and drops a shoot promo on Kingston. That could be good storytelling, but Tony Clown, he will have 20-star matches and do King Prawn dives, LOL. Yeah, it's all about the stars and how many you can achieve. It's all about the stars, man. I'm sure everybody will be clamoring to see what Dave gives Ospreay and Omega, How many stars on this banger? Dave's going to give him 12 stars. Santana and Eddie Kingston would just be an awesome fucking feud. You know that. Savage 1024. If you picture Eddie Kingston and Santana in like a fucking, in one of those like just diabolical personal feuds, sold. DJ is a prodigy, 199. FTR lost all 3 sets of titles within a month. So there's something was weird. Either they're just leaving and starting fresh over in WWE, starting WrestleMania or around Royal Rumble, whenever their contract expires, or they're just like, they just want to lose all their matches so it doesn't look like they're out just to win. And they know that like a lot of fans don't like when you win all your matches. And then they're going to hit like a rock bottom supposedly and then make a good comeback in 2023. The problem with that is that we're not going to forget that you're just how easily you can lose every match, You're not going to be as badass. I mean, if they start in February winning all of their matches for the rest of 2023, we're still not going to be able to forget how easily they just lose. Like a lot, We're not going to look at them as badass. If you can, that's awesome. Somebody like BC, I remember these wins and losses. I remember how you're booked. You know, how you're booked means everything. I always have taught you guys, man, it's not just about the destination of a character or a storyline. It's the journey, man. The journey. The destination, you can get to it a million ways. Is it going to be the right ways or the wrong ways? You know, it's the journey you take to get to the destination. If the journey to watching a winning streak of FTR is to watch them in a losing streak and looking like idiots, losing to teams like Gun Club, Austin and Colt Gunn. No thanks, guys. No thanks. We can get to a better FTR. I mean, they didn't even need a reset or repackaging. They didn't need to hit rock bottom to get a winning streak. FTR had all the momentum in the world less than 6 months ago. Why even ruin it? I can't fathom it. DJ is a prodigy. Correct. Network Guy Dave up in this bitch. A new gold card status member, by the way. What up, Network Guy Dave? 10 spots says, what up, BC? And the AMP unit. Network Guy Dave. Salute. I'm proud of Sasha standing 10 toes down for her beliefs. More pro wrestlers need to take the business serious like Sasha. At work watching the live, and I still left that like. Network Guy Dave, I appreciate that, man. Network Guy Dave is kicking ass at work. Said timeout and showed the love to the unit. And by the way, man, I didn't even mention the like button here, bro. And you guys catapulted over 300 on a gold card. Members only stream. Thank you guys so much, man. Honestly, when this live stream ends and we go to the fucking post crowd that's going to tune into this video, this live stream, they're going to be on their way to 400 thanks to you guys. So I appreciate that. Network Guy Dave, it's people like you at work who took a time out, showed the love to the channel, and popped that up. Appreciate that, dude. And I am right with you, Network Guy Dave. The fact that she stood up because she loves this industry so much and people knocked her for it and they called her unprofessional and they said that nobody should work with somebody like that. These are fucking embarrassing clowns, and I would never want to work for those type of people. I am so proud of Mercedes. Keep on fucking lighting it up. Savage 1024, the Punisher 5 spot. I've just knocked CM Punk's teeth out because I hit him with the knockout punch that Big Show used in 2020 or 2012 through the like button. So Savage just catapulted CM Punk through the like button with a Big Show style fucking right hand. Savage, however you got to it, thank you for smashing that up. And that's one hell of a way to come about that like button smash. Savage 1024, the Punisher with another 5 says, BC, they should sell Degeneration lame and lame over t-shirts at this point with Triple L's booking. Oh no, Savage, now we got to come up with a Degeneration L fucking song, man. Degeneration L! How did that song go? I can't, man. Carlos is going to drive his dome piece through a brick wall. How did that song go, though, man? Degeneration X. No, that's Triple A. How did Degeneration X's theme song go? Degeneration X! Oh, man. Give me some words on Degeneration X. Come on. I won't sing it, Carlos. I don't think. Are you ready? Bow to the madness. Or the master, one of the two. Are you ready? Bow to the lameness. Degeneration L! You think that you're lamer? Well, you better get lamer. I do remember. I'm gonna quit it right now, though, man. Is Carlos still up in here, or is he throwing his dome piece into a brick wall? Carlos probably took off. Maybe we can start the fucking singing again, or we can start the karaoke back up. You better get lamer. Uh-oh, how do we do break it down? Break it down! Remember that? How do we do that? You guys are the best. Limitation X. Where we limit the creativity of WWE Raw. That's the t-shirt. Limitation X. I like that, Invincible. You think that you're lame? Well, you better get lamer. Oh, I like that, DJ. You think that you're lame? Well, we're lamer. Monday Night Raw! All right, man, this is too much fun. I can't. We'll be here all day with that shit. You guys realize we're starting something much bigger in the community now, man. We're switching all these fucking songs. Too funny. Hold on, guys. Let me go over to my my chat. Let me see where I was here. Savage 1024 the Punisher 2-spot. It's time to play the lame. You guys are the best. Ashley Steggles 449 in fucking song emoji quotes. Behold the king of lame. Screw it up now. Bow down to the king of lame. Ashley Steggles, I love it, man. Did I hit it okay? First time reading that shit, singing that shit. Oh, man, if Carlos is still up in here. I'm still suffering through it, LOL. Carlos, I thought you were gone, man. I did some more karaoke on it. Ashley Steggles, I actually like that, bro. Allison's up in here with a $19.99 for Starbucks coffees. Allison, good to see you up in here. Hopefully you caught most of the stream. Gold card, gold team go today. Today is only for the gold team. But for all of my unit members, man, even if you're not a gold card member, channel member, to all you guys, man, this stream has been so much fun anyway. Allison Takwab, good to see you up here. I appreciate the coffees. Justin Jones with a 2-spot. I also left a 2-spot on your December 31st SmackDown vid. I appreciate that, Justin Jones. That was obviously my a super thanks, which is underneath normal videos or maybe after the streams as well, and you can tip the content creator in the channel. So Justin Jones, I'm going to compile the last several videos of super thankers. On my next regular video, I'll give you guys a separate shout out. So Justin Jones, I appreciate that tip, man. You rock. Big Nang with a 5-spot says, history fun fact. Today marks the 24th year anniversary of Mankind beating The Rock for the WWF title, and the 13th year anniversary Bret Hart returned to Raw after a 13-year absence. I love that shit, Big Nang. Now, this is not the... Big Nang, was this when Mankind and The Rock fought in the halftime of the Super Bowl show? No, because that's in January. The Super Bowl wouldn't be till February. So that was before that then. Okay, no. I just answered myself, Big Nang. Interesting shit, man. Love it. 13 fucking years and 24 years for Mankind beating The Rock. Man, does time fly. Could you imagine 24 years? Just, man, blink of an eye, snap of a finger, done. Unique Butterfly, 5-spot. Naomi should either win the Rumble or join the Bloodline, or both, maybe. Unique, I say both. I am totally fine if they have Naomi finally give her the rocket and catapult this woman to the top of the fucking division, or at least one of them. And if they want to have her in the Bloodline doing it, fuck yeah. That's where she belongs anyway. Let Naomi be that motherfucker finally. Strap the rocket onto her and market the fuck out of her and let Naomi rock this industry. Unique Butterfly, I say both. Jeffrey Ross, $9.99, just showing love to the Ant-Man. I'm going to get back to watching wrestling this year more consistently. Jeffrey Ross, I don't blame you for tuning out most times. These promoters are not giving you a reason to watch or even give a shit. The fact that you don't even watch as much, Jeffrey Ross, but you still show up to the channel to show the love and the respect, Jeffrey Ross, I cannot thank you enough, bro. That means so much that you stop by, even though you don't watch wrestling that much anymore, to say what's up to BC. I can't thank you enough, man. You didn't forget about the Amplified Man. Much love and respect to Jeffrey Ross. PB Sillapride, 2-spot. AJ Lever, Sasha Banks, book it, Vince. PB Sillapride. I've been saying this since I started the channel, bro. Mercedes Mone, Sasha Banks, whatever the fuck you want to call this woman. Mercedes Fernando versus AJ Lee, AJ Mendez. I've been saying that for over 5 fucking years. I don't care where it is. I don't care how they do it. I would be front row for that shit. Jeffrey Ross with another $1.99 says, what's going on with Sasha? I just clicked on. Jeffrey Ross, she showed up. New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 17. Got in the face of Kairi Sane to set up their match next month in San Jose, I believe. And and she actually took out Kairi Sane. It was a botched takeout. However, we're not blaming any. We don't know if there was just a miscommunication, but she was supposed to swing Kairi. Kairi was supposed to land on her feet and then get subsequently immediately DDT'd. Sasha's been working on that move for months. And unfortunately, Kairi went to her knees, but Mercedes still hit the DDT. I mean, it was beautiful. But a lot of people, you're hearing her name because she showed up to Wrestle Kingdom 17, and then you're hearing a lot of people talk a lot of shit and hating on Sasha Mercedes because there was a botch, because the crowd wasn't that electric, because they're in Japan and it's a different crowd and they don't realize that. So you're going to hear a lot about Sasha for many reasons, Jeffrey Ross, and because she showed up and got in the face of Kairi in Japan, she's still listed on the WWE public roster page. You know, the legal page. So something more is at play here, bro. Something more is at play. Jeffrey Ross. So BC's going to be on it, though, man. I'm going to learn a lot more about this. I got my people working on this, man. My sources. And BC is trying to find anything I can on this Mercedes WWE situation. Because we don't have all the answers. Unique Butterfly, 2-spot. It's Bruce's fault that Sasha is in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Unique Butterfly is a tried and true. She's been with the channel for a while. And for a long time, we just make fun of the people that blame Bruce Pritchard for everything. I just remember there was a time where Bruce Pritchard had to take many weeks off. And people still blamed him for all the shows, even though Vinnie Mac was right there with the latest report saying that Vince was ripping up scripts minutes before the show. And Bruce was taking all the... There was a time, remember when he was out of the WWE? Bruce Pritchard was gone from WWE for a few years. Bruce was taking all the heat for the bad shows. I was like, do you guys realize he's not with WWE right now? So Unique Butterfly is having some fun with the Bruce Pritchard talk. There is a group of fans in the wrestling community. They just cannot stand Bruce Pritchard. I know that Bruce Pritchard was a big reason why BC became a wrestling fan, man. Guys like The Undertaker and structuring people like the Boss Man and shit like that. Bruce Pritchard was such a big part of the 80s going into the 90s wrestling. I don't know if BC has this channel or if I'm a big wrestling fan if it wasn't for Bruce Pritchard. Now, I understand he botched a lot of shit under Vince, but Vince McMahon was making a lot of... Bruce had to evolve to what Vince wanted, guys, or Bruce was going to be fired again. I hope people understand, whether you like Bruce or not, you got to understand, these decisions were Vince McMahon the last 10 years, guys. Vince McMahon went into a weird zone, and he only put the people that would do what he wanted, or they were going to be gone anyway, and replaced with new yes men. Bruce at least tried to stay true to his original visions. So you cannot like Bruce Pritchard, but there's a group of fans in this community that, the hate that Bruce gets when this dude wasn't even with WWE some weeks or even years. It's mind-boggling. Anyway, long story short, Unique Butterfly, I love it. Pile Driver Finisher, 2-spot, new member as of this stream. Pile Driver Finisher, welcome, gold status. Gold status. Sorry, Goldberg, I gotta. Pile Driver Finisher says new member of this stream. Top guys out. Thank you, BC. Thank you, Pile Driver Finisher, for the gold status card, new membership, and you're damn right we the top fucking guys. Pile Driver Finisher, salute. Jeffrey Ross, $4.99. Where's Naomi? Those two walking out, a big reason why I stopped watching WWE and really stuck with NXT. Naomi is right now in Japan supporting Mercedes Mone. But she's not supposed to be wrestling in Japan, so we expect her to be as part of the Royal Rumble, Jeffrey Ross. But we don't expect her anytime before the Rumble, and we don't expect her to sign with anybody other than WWE. That's the latest on Naomi, Jeffrey Ross. Wow, you guys are fucking awesome, man. Gold member live. This was only supposed to be a half an hour. Gold member, shoot the shit with the gold member card members, man. And all of a sudden, we're over 2 hours, guys. The fourth one with a 2-spot. Isn't Bailey from San Jose? Correct. And I expect Bailey to be right there watching that Kairi Sane versus Mercedes Mone matchup. She will be front row just like she was with FTR and Naomi. Mercedes had her clique, her people there last night. It was so cool to see. Guys, I think I got everybody on the super chatters, and I don't know how, by the way, because that was a lot, and I love seeing that type of support, man. You guys make these streams, you make them so much fun, guys. So to my super chatters, I want to give just a shout out, a thank you to my super chatters. WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, Colin, Savage, 1024, The Punisher, Carlos Ray, even though he doesn't like my singing, Enforcer 2K9, Derek Fleming Jr., Christopher Blackshear, Strict Tango, Big Nang, Quincy Gray, Tyler, Unique, Butterfly, Godswilla, VC Stallion, Dante Jaron 23, A. Merrick, Justin Jones, DJ is a Prodigy, Network Guy Dave, Ashley Steggles, Allison Tuckwab, Jeffrey Ross, I did say PB Silipride, I believe, Pile Driver Finisher, the fourth one. I think that was all my super chatters, man. You guys are fucking rock stars and beyond. Jeffrey Ross, 199 says, how do I become a member? I got that question earlier, Jeffrey Ross. I really don't know, man. I think there should be a join button next to maybe my double bicep down below. My fucking massive fucking how you doings. We got to hit the fucking tries today after fucking about 5 o'clock. I got to do triceps today. Anyway, my point is, by the picture and by the BC Amplified, there should be a join button. However, some people have told me that on some devices that they're using, maybe Apple or maybe they're watching on the TV, maybe the join button isn't there, so you would have to go to a different device. But same thing I said earlier, if one of you guys can let him know, Jeffrey Ross, a big tried and true of this channel anyway, man. Much love and respect to Jeffrey Ross. If you guys can let him know how to become a member, it'd be great. I think there's supposed to be a join button somewhere down below. And that's how nearly 75 people have already found it and become part of the team. So Jeffrey Ross, that's my best, that's my best, it has to be by the name. Yeah, so I think it's by the BC Amplified name, guys. Thank you, Renee G. Thank you. You guys know what I got to do right now, right? You can take off now, guys. There's still a few hundred of you still alive. You guys can take off now. You know what I got to do, man. I don't care if nobody's going to listen to it. I have to give a shout out to all my members. This may take a minute, but that's just what I like to do during my live streams. Let me get a swig, and then I got to give a shout out to my members. Roll call. That's right, Jaron. All right. Oh, man, we got some good new members today, man. A bunch of new members today. All right, guys, I'm going to do a little roll call if you don't mind, man. You don't have to stick around for this. I will see you guys. I'll try to talk about AEW tomorrow in a separate video. I don't know if that's going to be a live stream or not. To my non-gold card members, we will do live streams. Obviously, a bunch of them in the future. Don't worry. And everybody will be involved. We're all my red team. So, yeah, business as usual, guys. Much love and respect. Checky leader, top guy, fucking out. If you guys want to stick around for the roll call of my gold card members, it is as follows. JR9 Gaming, my right-hand man. Can't say that enough. And congrats on Alba Fire last night. What a match, man. I'm glad you told me about that. Caught the last several minutes of it. And, woo, they are physical. JR9 Gaming, Carlos Ray. I will limit my singing. I can't confirm that I am done with my WWE theme song karaoke. JR9 Gaming, Carlos Ray, Jack Woolen Robinson, Jack Brewer, Godswilla, Ash Sims, Radar Rab TTV, Sir Charles, Sadiqua Flowers, Anthony Bowley, Ray Foreman, Movies 456, Clutch City Fan, Kim T, Jimmy J 145, Kevin MD, Crimson Blue 82, formerly known as Archmadeus, Dante Jaron 23, Unique Butterfly, A. Merrick, James Miller, Sterling Range, Dev Owl, Eric Leno, D. Carre, Soldier Man 1984, Lord French Fries, Mayhem, Cy Parker, C. J. White, PB Silly Pride. And I know that's PB Silly Pride. I hope you don't mind. I always love saying PB Silly Pride. It just rolls off the fucking tongue. My tried and true Deontay Thomas, Terrence Burrs, Willard Bayless, Sam Byers, Dave Mealy, Jane Donnelly, Ashley Steggles, Richard Wade, DeMonte Mabry, DJ is a Prodigy, Alicia Vukovic, Batty Banks, Trina Scott, Christopher Blackshear, Patrick Charles, Thurston Pachalek, Pimp Jesus, Richie P, Janelle Layton, Raymond Caron, Kevin Johnston Sabres News Consolidated, Nessie Sunflower, Discovery Metal Legion, Osio Weidman, Dino, Santivia Major, Jared Kelly, Winbrook 11, James Shrimp Fajitas, keep rocking, G, a.k.a. True Life to God, WWE, AEW Marvel fan, K. Doherty, Christopher Blackshear, Tutam, Renee G, EZ Does It, Network Guy Dave, Sheriff Rivers, D Stands Alone, Xavier 2882, Eric Decker, J, Dwayne Piazza, Quentin Gilbert, Cosmic Fool, Pile Driver Finisher, Savage 1024, The Punisher, Invisible Nobody. Gotta say that a little more Italian. Invisible Nobody. Big Nang. Redhead Kingpin. Wow, that was epic. I've had a lot of coffee. Let me tell you. Limitation X. Ain't gonna forget Limitation X up in this bitch, man. No. Limitation X! So I had to. All right, guys. And if there's any newer members as well, I will get that in my compiled list, and you will be added to my gold card team. I assure you, and you will be in all future shout-outs, guys. Just know that. Let me go back to my live chat. Guys, thank you so much, man. This has been so much fun. I really thought this was going to be about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. You guys just fucking put this into a whole nother realm, guys. I can't even. Jer9 has breaking news on the Raw rating. Hold on, we're not done. You never know what you're going to get on an Amplified Live. Jer9 has broke... Monday Night Raw has gotten I got to go back now. Hold on. Where was it? 1.6 in the ratings. So they lost 100,000 even, right, Jer9? I think they were at a 1.705, correct, last week. So they got 5,000 viewers more than 1.7 last week. They have lost 100 G's up front. So they lost 100,000 viewers, guys. Now, so a lot of that, understandably, could have been watching the ESPN coverage. But you still lost 100,000 viewers. You couldn't capitalize on the 1.7 of last week, and I think you're going to see a decline over hour 2 and hour number 3. And I don't think you can just blame it on the Damar Hamlin situation. Much love and respect, by the way. As of this recording, he is still in critical condition, but he is still with us, guys. So that's the good news. He is still with us. Unfortunately, still in critical condition. But his uncle, over the last several hours, said that he went down to 50% of needing the ventilation. So breathing a little bit more on his own, we believe. So there is some good news in the midst of the tragic news. But this is WWE just not being able to get a good rating in 2022 or 2023. So here they are going backwards again, guys. And it's right back to the low end of 1.6. I mean, if they were 5,000 viewers less, you're talking about another 1.5 rating, guys. But they were able to get that, so they're in the 1.6s. I think if you're 3 H's, if you're triple L, You take this and you run away. Don't look back in case it's a mistake. Jared 9, I appreciate that. To all my AMP unit members, kept you here long enough. I know you guys got a lot to do today. You want to whoop that ass. And so allow me to let all of us do that. We got to pick up more coffee anyway. So guys, much love and respect. What a fucking stream. You guys rock. We will do this again in the future. Gold card members, we like to do this a couple times a month at least. And all of my unit, red team included, we'll be doing live streams a bunch coming up in January. So don't worry. Top guys, we're out. BC, saying check you. Sasha, Mercedes, so fucking proud of you. Keep doing your fucking thing. Make them cheer or make them hate, but make them talk about you. Check you. Check you guys.